कृपया लक्ष्य द्या. जयपुर वाया कोटा.
कृपया ध्यान आपो अहमदाबाद
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत.
लखनऊ जंक्शन.
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವವರೆಗೆ
एक्सप्रेस পরবর্তী স্টেশন নেতাজি ভবন. कृपया ध्यान दियो.
It's here. It's back. Just like that. अभी तो गए थे स्टूडियो से हम. अभी लगा था CSK had just won their 5th title, but here we are. Time is flying, but they do say that when you are older, your perspective changes and it seems like time is going by faster, but it's not. It's going back at the same speed. I'm feeling it's going by faster. My friends here with me in the studio are probably feeling the same, even though they are younger than me. I'm Gaurav Kapur. You're watching Cricbuzz Live. With me, Mr. Harsha Bhogle, Mr. Joy Bhattacharya. Do you both feel, honestly tell me, do you feel that this one has come
older?
Yeah, like
What
me.
a start to the IPL.
Yeah.
Gaurav Kapur comes on and says, welcome when you get older.
That's right. It's a youth tournament, so I want to give people perspective that youth fades, you know. Things change.
Correct.
Yeah, we all get older. Do you both feel that, and honestly tell me,
Honestly, it feels...
do you both feel it's come really quickly or it's taken a long time to come this time?
As I said, yes, I think it's because there's an auction conversation going on. It's a bit like, you know, Premiership. I remember one year going to England, there's a test series going on, but prime news on the sports pages was the transfer news.
Yeah.
I think the IPL has become like that. Even when there is no IPL, we talk so much about the IPL
Yeah.
that it feels like it's never gone. I mean, I feel it was the other day that Jadeja did that 4 and CSK won. He jumped on Dhoni. Dhoni made that very emotional water in my eyes speech. You
Yeah.
know? So it feels like it was yesterday. Yeah.
You know, I love it. This is why we all sit here together, Joy, because I say something in a jocular manner.
Jocular.
And Sir gives a scientific explanation for it. I love it.
But no, seriously, IPL gives you everything.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it also gives you like Kate Middleton and...
कहाँ चली गई बात?
wait, I'll tell you.
It just started.
Kate Middleton, who were the... Hardik Pandya and Kate Middleton fought for attention. Na? Those were the two names.
Yeah.
And then, who went to Jamnagar? These were the 3 conversation pieces. So the IPL is always there as your conversation piece.
True.
It's always there in the middle of everything there.
Yeah.
And I think that's the one reason that it stays. Because even, I tell you, even when you're watching the World Cup, you're also saying, hey, this guy will go for, you know, people are saying, Rachin Ravindra, fantastic World Cup. Auction mein acha jayega. It
you've
is
got a point.
always there. It's always there.
So we have got a scientific reason and we've got a sociological reason. Anthropological? Anthropological?
I'm just proud of you.
गलती से ठीक बोल दिया मैंने. Right? But I want to say that the only royals we talk about are the ones from Rajasthan
Well
and the
done.
other team that's playing today, right? Those are the only royals we
And
talk
they don't normally, at least of late, these royals don't disappear.
Yeah. But if they're bowlers, they do. Yeah, if they're bowlers, they do, because that's the kind of tournament. Sixes, so many sixes hit. But today is the first game, of course, and there was a lavish opening ceremony. Looked pretty much the same like the other ones that I've seen. But it's great to see. Nice song and dance, a good start. But you could see that everybody wearing those yellow T-shirts in the stadium were all getting anxious for the game to start. Just a word, though, on both these teams. Just the kind of fandom that they have, right? Let's talk about Chennai and let's talk about Royal Challengers Bengaluru, because the name has changed.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So for a while, we were told it's trademarked.
Yeah.
RCB has been trademarked as Royal Challengers Bangalore.
Yeah.
It was inevitable that it would change. I mean, I find myself saying Bengaluru normally anyway, so it was inevitable that it would change. When Delhi Daredevils became Delhi Capitals, it led to change in fortune.
That is true.
Remember, they said we didn't want a devil in our name.
Yep, true.
Will a change of name bring some luck? Some luck somewhere. Will it be because it is no longer Isara Cup Namade? It is now Isara Cup Namadu.
That's right.
Because women have won.
That's right. So now, but by the way, we have news that Chennai has not only changed their captain, but they are also changing their team name. It's going to be called MS Teams from now.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. It's not mine though. That joke's been trademarked by a director. And he was so excited he'd written a good joke after 17 years that he said, you have to say it. And I said, brother, not only will I say it behind, but I'll also give you credit for it. So let's have 30 seconds of applause for him. Okay, 3. Well done.
Because There are few things scarier than MS Teams. By the time you log on, it asks you hundreds of questions. So
Also, you have no. Here's the thing with MS Teams, right? You have no idea what's going to happen, right? With MS
I don't
Teams.
say anything against Microsoft. Owner is from my school. Boss is from my school.
I love this. I love this. He's my family friend.
Yeah, family.
नहीं.
He's my family friend. So it's my company, you know.
पहचानता नहीं हूँ, लेकिन थोड़ा glory.
Another name dropping.
Yeah.
पहचानता नहीं हूँ, बस glory है थोड़ी हमारे.
No, of course. Satya knows you. He likes you.
No, I don't know him. I have never met him. I don't know. I have no idea.
You don't need to know him, sir. He knows you. Ulta hai, sir.
Soft power.
That's right. That's the thing. He has Microsoft power. You have soft power, sir. You have the real power here. But yeah, sorry. We were talking about both the fans, right? Let's talk about the Chennai fans. Yellow. I mean, I was saying that there might not even be any red shirts. You feel like even the support staff of RCB would probably have to wear yellow shirts to blend in. But the kind of fandom, and deserved, right? And do you... Obviously, there's MS Dhoni there, who is playing, you know, every year you think this will be his last one. He won the cup last year. It was not his last one. He's come, of course, the captaincy's changed, but you know he's going to be running plays from behind the wicket because he's so good at it, you'd be silly not to use it, right? But just the kind of fandom, you've seen this as well when they come visiting to Calcutta when you used to be part of that team. They'd have fans there as well.
They have fans there. And in fact, the last game that I saw where we were sitting and watching on television together, there was so much yellow in Kolkata because everyone thought this might be Dhoni's last season.
Yeah.
So there was
said that, didn't he?
so much. Yeah, there was
He said that. They think I won't come again.
Yeah. There was an amazing amount of yellow out there. And see, that's my point. The interesting part about it is that he has to be there no matter what capacity it is.
Yeah.
You cannot... I don't think Chennai can imagine a team without MS Dhoni. Whether he plays in the 11, doesn't play in the 11, they are not bothered. They don't care. And I love it. There's a clarity of purpose out there. You know, if you see the CSK management, what is it? We'll do what Dhoni wants. If Dhoni wants to play till he's 45...
Do you think it's really true that the management, including Srinivasan, did not know that there's going to be a change in captaincy? Because they said MS only told us now. And he said that we have moved the captaincy to Ruturaj. What I would like, though, is Ruturaj is captain, but all eyes are on Dhoni. So is Dhoni going to be the boss who's deciding how Ruturaj does, in which case Ruturaj is doomed?
No, absolutely.
So how they play this,
Succession planning.
and they say they are more ready than when Jadeja was captain, because you have this overwhelming presence. It's like examiner has said the paper, you're the student writing the paper and the examiner is on the ground checking whether every answer that you have given is correct or no.
No, but he'd be more non-executive chairman? Like the non-executive chairman?
So
I hope he leaves it.
Yeah.
I hope it has to be Ruturaj's team.
So, in fact, I have a little bit of an insight on it. I was in Chennai. And the second is that Ruturaj is actually managed by some people I know very well. And over the last 7 to 10 days, he has been super busy. Now, normally what happens is, as a player, you're not that busy. The busiest people on the team are the captains.
Yeah.
But on every ceremony, he's been going to.
So
okay,
I think,
Dhoni's been there.
I think he's been told, right?
Somewhere, 100%, we don't want to betray confidences, but somewhere, definitely, he was aware. He's mentally prepared. This not happened overnight for him. It's not happened overnight for Dhoni and him and the team. I think, I'm quite sure CSK would have had an intimation that Dhoni wanted to move on.
Well, here's the thing, right? Like, we started the show in jest saying everybody gets older, but the fact is that it's true. Everybody does get older. MS Dhoni, as much as Chennai fans would like him to captain the team till 2080, he has to stop at some point in time. They have to have a succession plan in place. And like they're saying, they're probably better prepared for it this time. Ravindra Jadeja, great cricketer, but it didn't work there. It didn't work. They pulled it back. It seemed a little clunky the way it was done.
The only time I thought MS Dhoni was less than 100%. The only time.
Yeah, it seemed a little clunky, right? At that point in time, what happened? I feel like this time, 100%, and these are legends always learn from their mistakes and what they've done. He'd probably acknowledge that what happened at that point in time was not ideal. I feel like this time, they'll have it sorted. They may have told us at the last minute, but like Joy is saying, they'll have it sorted.
He's still on the ground. He's still on the ground. Imagine it's a slow Chennai surface.
Yeah.
Right? When Dhoni's 100, he'll lead a side on slow surfaces better than anybody else. He's standing there behind. He's saying, mid-on thoda straight hona chahiye.
But why shouldn't a keeper do that? MS has done that when Virat was captaining India. And Virat used to unabashedly use that.
So that will be interesting how he goes. Who changes the field? Who decides which bowlers to play? At what point does he hold the hand and at what point does he leave the hand?
Yeah.
And we would not ask this if it was anybody other than Dhoni.
Yeah, fair
We would
enough.
not even bring up this issue with anybody. Even with Virat Kohli, when Virat Kohli gave way to Faf, we didn't ask this question.
Yeah.
So, because of the Jadeja experience, because it's Dhoni, we are asking this. But I'll tell you one thing about Ruturaj. I don't know him very well as a person. He just strikes me as someone who's very mature, who's got a solid head on his shoulders and feet on the ground. That's what he strikes me as.
Yeah.
He came in at 20 lakhs into a 2019 where you had many heralded players going for a lot of money. Comes in, Murli Vijay fails a bit, gets 6 matches in the first year. Murli Vijay, Shane Watson, match champion winning combination, gets his way in there. The next 3 years goes and tops them, every year.
Yeah.
He's the third highest run scorer. Very mature, captain Maharashtra, captain in the Asian Games. I love it. But, Harsha, I just want to go back to one thing you said. I've seen 2 examples of this very well done. I've seen Jacques Kallis for South Africa and for KKR. By far the most accomplished player in the field. Happy to just advise and say, you know what, I think slip a bit this way. Or, it's a 160 wicket. I have seen the other example, of course, is the great Sachin Tendulkar under Dhoni, where Sachin would say, okay, fine, I think you should move this field placing a bit.
But it was Sachin who said, I stand at first slip and this young guy next to me is ready to be captain, go with him.
Yeah, which was MS Dhoni. Yeah. But listen, on the other side, I'm extremely excited, I'm sure like everybody else is, to see the return with a bat in hand of a certain Virat Kohli. And he's going to be doing that first up because RCB have won the toss in Chennai in this first game of the 2024 season, and they are going to bat first. Super exciting because he's going to come out to bat. And we're just going to talk about it just psychologically for a second, right? Because we've all done it. We've all taken breaks from whatever we love doing, and then you come back to it after 2 or 3 months, and that excitement that you have is just palpable.
We're talking Virat Kohli.
Yeah.
When you talk Woods, you talk Jordan, they understand their game. You talk Shane Warne, they understand their game inside out. You talk Tendulkar. He knows what he is doing. Make no mistake, this is Virat Kohli we are talking about. He knows what he is doing. Virat Kohli will not turn up to play for RCB unless he is ready to play for RCB. He will not just turn up.
Yeah.
He will only come when he is ready to play, because we are talking Virat Kohli, right? Tendulkar told me something very interesting once. He said, I have no pressure on me because my expectation is always greater than yours.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So Virat Kohli's expectation from Virat Kohli will be greater than our expectation of Virat Kohli.
That is
so
such a
he will not
fascinating
come
perspective.
unless he is ready.
It's a fascinating perspective.
I am absolutely agog. I'm waiting to see Virat Kohli bat. And I mean, the greats deliver messages in their own way. So I'm waiting to see how he delivers a message.
Yeah. Your prediction, what do you feel? We do this hashtag feels over here. Hashtag feels. What's the kind of season do you think VK is going to have?
I think he's going to have a spectacular season. And see, my thing about it is also now, he's freed himself for the last 2-3 years from captaincy or strategic decision making at this point in time.
Yeah.
They've given the reins to this very, Mo Bobat, Andy Flower, very English team.
Yeah.
There's one very interesting thing about England, which I think you're going to see with this RCB team, is that England does not say, these are the conditions, we should play this 11 or this play. Okay, it's going to spin out here, we'll play more spinners. They normally say, this is our strength. We will play to what our strength is. We play the game in a particular way. So similarly, big top 7, score a lot of runs and try and hold them back to it. That is the English game plan. And I think that's, given this RCB setup, the way its team stacks up, that's the kind of game plan
You've got one of the best batting lineups in the tournament, and as you look down that, RCB has always been a kind of a tripod team. They have 3 batters who do the bulk of the scoring, which has been Faf, Virat and Glenn Maxwell. Last year, they got about 75% of the runs. This year, they are bolstered by the fact that they got Cameron Green from Mumbai, who is just a fabulous talent. Look at that strike rate, right? And then a Rajat Patidar, who obviously had a very good season, then missed out 1 year, and he's back. He's in form. He's back. They'd be excited to have him there. There's a sharing of load that they would hope happens, and it looks like in all probability will happen. And if that happens, geez, this batting lineup. I mean, these 3 will be the first ones to tell you, we don't want to get 75% of the runs.
No, they don't.
Right? Yeah.
They definitely don't, because they've always been dominated by some personalities. Gale, AB, Virat. I mean, I made my team of the IPL over 16 years and I had all 3 of them and people are saying, but they didn't win a trophy between them and yet they are in everybody's team.
Yeah.
So they've got to find someone playing the supporting cast. When we were kids, we were told in the story of the Ramayana when the Vanar Sena was building the Setu, they brought all the big rocks and made fun of the squirrels. And the squirrels were the ones putting the pebbles in between the rocks, acting as a cement for it to work. So who are these pebbles that will allow RCB to win? Because the rocks will be there, but who are the pebbles playing this? Someone goes out one day and makes 20 from 7. Yeah. Someone comes in one day, bowls 4 overs for 19. One day, does it thrice in the tournament? Maybe. Yeah. Those players will make these champions stronger.
4 overs 19 seems like Glenn Maxwell the way he's been bowling, right?
He's been amazing.
He's
and also he's a very good place mentally. The way you see marriage, whatever, it seems to have suited him. He's calmed down. He's playing the best cricket of his life. I mean,
yeah, and I mean the way that the innings against Afghanistan.
Yeah,
may he always bat on one foot if he's going to bat like that.
Yeah, he should. 1 foot, 1 hand, hit it the way you can. That, of course, is the RCB team. The problem for them, of course, which was last year as well, is that they definitely are not, they like a lot of things. I don't think spin is one of the things they like, Joy. They don't like spin.
Yeah, they don't like spin. They don't seem to play spin at all. I mean, they use it the least, I think, among all the teams.
Last year, they used spin the least amongst all teams. They also went for 10 and over, whatever, whenever they played the spin. This year, they don't even have, like they had Hasaranga last time. They let him go. So they have, that cupboard is not very experienced.
And that's why I was looking at the pitch report today, and the pitch report said a little dry, there's not dry, there's cracks, but there's movement around the cracks. So you'd imagine that if that is happening, then it will deteriorate as you go along. That's what they're hoping for. RCB are batting. So RCB, that means when Chennai chase,
it'll be
if there's no dew, it's a damn good toss to win. If there's dew, you start to wonder. But it'll be interesting to see how they play spin, but more important, how they bowl spin. They've got Mayank Dagar and Karan Sharma in their team.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm assuming I haven't got Mayank Dagar is in the team, Karan Sharma's in the team,
Yeah, so there you go. That's them. Whereas when you look at Chennai, they, of course, have no problem when it comes to spin. They've got spinners galore. They can probably lend a few to other teams. Hey, are you missing one? You know how gully cricket, ek fielder kam hai, hamara le lo. They could do that because they have so many spinners there and they have so many Kiwis there. Now, one big loss perhaps could have been for them that Devon Conway is not available. But then they get Rachin Ravindra, who then gives them another bowling option, another spin option. MS teams, what do they like? They love options. They have options galore and they're carrying them this time as well. I think they did very well in the auction, Joy, picking up both Daryl Mitchell and Rachin Ravindra for the kind of team they are, for the kind of philosophy they have, for the kind of options that they require. I think both of them are great buys.
Absolutely. One at a reasonably high price, but they got Rachin Ravindra for a steal. And don't discount the fact that they picked up Shardul Thakur as well.
Yeah.
Shardul Thakur has twice led them. Both times when they won championships, he was their top bowler.
Yeah.
They've got him back for a song compared to what Kolkata paid for him last year.
Yeah, and a transfer. I mean, it was in the transfer. They got him. They didn't play him all the games, right? And the games that he played as well.
But his best performance was as a batsman, as a batter against RCB.
Absolutely. As a bowler, he didn't even get a wicket a match, right? I think he played 11 matches and got 7 wickets. So he had a dismal season. But I think Knight Riders did that with Loki as well. They transferred him from Gujarat, didn't even play him all the games. I think that can also affect your confidence, right? Because if you just know you're a sure starter, and teams like Chennai are the best teams to do that. People like Gautam Gambhir, these are people we hear about saying, you've got 14 games, don't worry about it, buddy.
Exactly. Or on the flip side, they could say, I may not play you today, but you know what? That doesn't mean you're not in my thoughts. I may not play you today, but the reason I'm not playing you today is this.
Communication.
Yes, is this. So maybe, for example, today Tushar Deshpande is playing. They'll probably tell Shardul 100% that today we are playing Tushar Deshpande because we want that kind of bowler up front.
Yeah.
But there will be a day when we will use you. So in a team like CSK, you're sitting on the bench and you're not thinking, "Pehla match mere ko drop kar diya."
Yeah.
So that is that's the way good teams are built. That's the way confidence is built.
And especially when you know this team's culture is that, right? It's like you've got to be on the bench, but you've got to be ready. And it's not like a surprise call will come. They'll know. They know.
Yes.
Right? They always do that. And those are Those are the good teams. All right, so just to recap what's happening, of course, the toss was delayed because I guess there was confetti lying on the ground, so they were clearing that. That's all been done. RCB won the toss, decided that they're going to have a bat first. So it was Faf who won the toss against Ruturaj Gaikwad. Got to get used to saying that because that news is very fresh. So I'm going to say that. RCB is going to be batting first. We have the teams for you. Let's bring the teams up. Koi mil liya, bhai? Koi baat nahi. Nahi hai? Time lagega? You know what he told me? He said, my director, my ear has told me, just check it on the app. मतलब खुद कुछ मत काम करना, ठीक है? सारा हम ही से करा लो. So सर का ऐप तो खुला होता है. Joy, please don't open the app because you'll open the video. Okay. Right? Don't. Sir,
I've never known anyone to enjoy watching his own program while on the program.
While he's doing.
Don't. I'll read it. Don't.
Joy, बड़ा अच्छा जा रहा है. You don't have to audit it. We'll just tell you. Yeah, we'll look down the team with Chennai. Of course, I don't think there are any surprises. We said that Samir Rizvi may play.
He's playing.
And he's playing as well.
Patirana's not available. Fizz is playing.
Yeah.
So you know what kind of surface it is straight away.
Yeah.
Tushar Deshpande is playing. You know, they liked him last year. Tushar Deshpande used to come. He's had a good Ranji season.
Correct.
They liked him. He's coming and bowling. Only we don't know who the impact sub here will
Might
be.
be Shivam Dube. They're going to be batting second.
Correct.
So it could be Shivam Dube. He seems the most likely candidate.
Shivam Dube for Fizz. I'm
Or for Fizz, yeah, because Tushar Deshpande in Mumbai, whether you bat 10 or 11, you score 100, so you're good enough.
well played. You sneak that in.
So I think he'll come in for Fizz.
Yes.
We don't know about his fitness. There's been nothing about his fitness.
Yeah.
But I think he'll come in there.
Okay, let's have a look at the Bangalore team because we've got. Achha, ab aa gaya. Naughty. There you go. That's the team. Any surprises there? Well, let's have a look. Virat Kohli opening with Faf du Plessis, the captain, then Rajat Patidar. We'll talk about that in a second as well. Batting position because Cameron Green has done really well, top of the order. So will he come at 3 or not? But Glenn Maxwell, Cameron Green, Dinesh Karthik, Anuj Rawat, Karan Sharma, Alzari Joseph, Mohammad Siraj and Mayank Dagar.
So one more bowler will come in.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure who's the wicket keeper. Either DK or Anuj Rawat will go out after the batting is done and a bowler will come in.
Akashdeep or one of the bowlers will come.
Because
It's going to be Akashdeep for sure.
Akashdeep.
Because he's been in form.
And also there's only Alzari and Siraj as the two quicks
And
plus
Cameron
Green.
Green, yeah.
So they'll get a quick in. They've already started with 2 spinners.
Yeah.
With Karan Sharma and Dagar.
3
so they'll,
spinners and Maxi.
And Maxi. So they'll get a fast bowler in for either Rawat or DK.
Earlier, the Anuj Rawat was the one who was practicing with the gloves. Yeah. So it looks like it may just be Anuj Rawat who will be the wicket keeper.
Which is actually not bad for them because DK is a natural fielder. He's one of those people in the field who's just amazing when he wants to be.
Are they also then, is this also a way of then telling DK that 1 second, or telling all of us that DK, our dear friend, may not be a surety for the 14 games then?
When you get to that stage in life, you make peace with the fact that you will not be a certainty.
Yeah.
And that can either drive you along or you can say, listen, this might be my last season. Let me go and have fun with whatever chances I get.
Yeah.
But listen, DK has been prepping for this. I know I spent a lot of time with him during the commentary. I know in his mind he's thinking commentary, but in his mind he's thinking, he's hiring bowlers, he's hiring pitches.
Yeah.
He's going out there and playing. He's carrying his kit with him.
Yeah.
So he is not going to turn up unprepared. So it'll be interesting to see, because they'll have checked form in the build-up, in the practice game. So one of those two will go out and the fast bowler will come in.
They've got, remember, he also had a very good DY Patil. He had an excellent DY Patil. He was hitting the ball beautifully. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. DK is all ready. And I think look again, I don't think there's that much experience for finishers out there in that Bangalore team. There are a lot of starters out there, a lot of top-heavy batters, but finishing really requires a particular temperament and experience.
It's a slowish deck.
Yeah.
It's a slowish deck. Yeah.
And DK knows Chepauk better than most.
So here's the thing. You have Rajat Patidar, who comes back, and RCB fans have been waiting for him. You have Cameron Green, who you've got from Mumbai, bats well at 3. Who do you bat at 3?
In my mind, Cameron Green. Without doubt, especially on slowish surfaces, without doubt, Cameron Green, while the ball is hard, if there's no wicket falling in the power play or whatever, then you're flexible, you're dynamic about it. But I have no doubt at all that on slowish decks, the India batter is more versatile than the Aussie batter.
Yeah.
So while the field is up, the new ball is in, you can go and hit your shots. I would have Cameron Green at 3. I would have Maxwell Patidar floating 4-5. and DK Anuj Rawat to finish left and right.
Would you agree with that? Because you see those numbers. That's the 1-1 season numbers,
Yeah.
right? Rajat with 22 and Cameron Green with 23, right? Those are the 2 seasons you have 1-1 number. Of course, a strike rate of 144 and a strike rate of 162.
But, yeah.
That's a Zameen Asman farak.
But also Cameron Green playing a lot of his games, home games in Mumbai.
Fair enough.
Made for playing in Mumbai and in Bangalore.
Yeah. You go with Cameron Green as well?
No, I'll go with Cameron Green. Also, exactly as he said, I think Rajat Patil is more fluent and more versatile. And again, as he's saying, everything then depends on the conditions. If those top 3 start giving them volumes of runs, then Maxi can come in at 4.
Yeah.
I mean, Patidar may go down. Karthik could follow him. They'll keep just changing the batting. And this is and these guys are not, the way this team is going to bat, they're going to be heavy hitters. They're not going to say that, okay, 130 is good enough and we're going to do this. We are going to try for the 150, 160s and consistently push batsmen. One of the England philosophies has been dependent on the fact that not enough batters get a chance. So you're more likely to go at a 150, 9 times out of 10 you won't run out of batsmen.
Yeah.
That's their theory and that's what they go with.
But here's the thing, you know that RCB is a batting heavy team. You know they're going to try to get so many runs, lots of runs, a bundle of runs, a ton of runs. But the Chennai batting, well, you can't underestimate the Chennai batting as well. There's Ruturaj Gaikwad over there who has got a mountain of runs. I think 1,500 runs in the last 3 seasons, if I'm correct.
Third highest in, I think...
1,500 runs, sir. 1,500 runs. This is in all T20s. In the last 1 year, he scored 1,200 runs.
And look at that strike rate. We don't...
Sir, 1 run aur bata deta. This is a Bradman-like situation, right?
49.95.
Just 1 more run and it would have been 50.
It looks so
Then
much
we wouldn't
better.
have talked about it so much.
Yeah, I like this, 49.95. But he is in cracking form.
Yeah.
So therefore, what is RCB saying, right? Is RCB saying, I'm a little surprised they've taken batting first. You don't know how the surface is going to play. You don't know what's going to happen.
And if there's due, you're far better off chasing. So it's a brave call to go and bat first.
I like it though. I'm a fan of brave calls though.
There you go.
But I'm not understanding it, so we'll give it down to bravery. But I like brave calls.
They would have read. See, they've got people like DK. Faf had also been around for a long time. Virat, they can read the pitch. So they've obviously... the toss is not just taken by the guy who goes out. It's decided before. So maybe they've looked at it and said, it looks like a bat-first pitch. If there's no due, it will deteriorate as we go along. Batting will get more difficult. Maybe that's what they've thought.
Yeah. See, here's the thing in Cricbuzz Live. Our philosophy is that you have the questions and we have the answers. But then it comes time to close the show and our philosophy changes. And we have the questions. Do you have the answers? Are you up for it? Over to you. That's your cue.
Yes, that is...
Professor Saab.
Oh, the big start to the season.
There you go.
I've let it go. This is a little bit of a...
Is this a gentle dolly?
No, it's a leg spin. A little bit of turn on the pitch.
Okay, let's have a look.
What connects Ruturaj Gaikwad, since he's in the news, Nitish Rana and Faf du Plessis, whose name should technically be mentioned twice?
Faf du?
Pop do ne pop da hota hai baba.
Yeah, वो तो खाने की चीज होती है.
Can do attitude, Faf do.
वो खिलाने की चीज होती है. ये फील्ड पे खिलाने की चीज.
So you're saying Nitish Rana, Ruturaj Gaikwad,
And
Faf and Faf.
Faf and Faf.
ऐसी कोई चीज है जो फाफ ने 2 बार की है, ऋतुराज ने 1 बार की है, नीतीश राणा ने 1 बार की है.
Something to do with captaincy.
Who? What? Don't look at me. Look at him.
I think it's got something to do with captaincy. See, here's the thing, man. I'm not playing the game. I'm playing the player. Right? I just know how Joy thinks.
Yeah.
Right? The talk is about captaincy. It's very contextual.
The other thing with Joy is there's something to do with the game that day.
Yeah, game that day. So game today, captaincy is the talk.
Someone injured, someone suddenly becomes captain. That's how Nitish Rana became captain. No Shreyas.
There you go.
Suddenly came.
Something is up. Something is up. The game's afoot, Lord.
Look at him.
The game's afoot.
Grinning.
Look
Joy
at his,
loves
oh, look at him.
Yeah.
Look at the joy on Joy's face. I think I may have cracked something here. All right, send us your answers. Hashtag Cricbuzz Live. We are available on X, formerly known as Twitter. And of course, we're available on other social platforms as well. But you can't give these answers anywhere else. It's only X or Carrier Pigeon. Those are the only 2 entries we'll be submitting. 1,000 rupees per entry. We'll talk about that later. All right.
Nigam is singing the national anthem.
Sorry?
Sonu Nigam is singing the national anthem.
Oh, yeah?
Apparently.
Oh, that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. All right,
I don't think it's as exciting as the joy factor.
Nothing is as exciting as the joy factor. The first game of the IPL I'm excited about because of the joy factor question, which I think I may have cracked. Hello. Let's see if we can crack this game, which is the score prediction game, our score guessing game. RCB batting first. Joy will start with you.
187. I'm going high.
187.
162.
अरे बड़ा खुला मैदान छोड़ दिया आपने यार बीच में मेरे लिए.
25 in between, yeah.
I want to.
I thought you'll go 135 or something.
Why? I like you know me. Sir, when people say it's a 160 pitch, I say 260.
He is the bull of this thing.
Yeah.
Some of our pitch reports.
I'm the when the pitch report says it's going to be low scoring, I definitely go high. Naughty. All right, I am going to say 180.
180. Oh, it's close enough.
182.
No, he's 187.
187.
He's 187, you're 162.
162.
So I'll come to 179.
Arey, फिर change.
No, 179. Just there's a thoda totka.
Adjustment. Yeah.
Hashtag totka. Right? So we'll just do that. Give us your predictions as well. While you're giving us the answer of the joy factor question, even if it's a wrong answer, put in your prediction as well. The one who gets it right, as you know, I am the giver of grand prizes. So there will be a grand prize.
You're the announcer of grand prizes. You never give them. You hoard them in your house.
I give them to myself. Okay, well, that's all we have time for. We've got to scoot. We're going to see you at the end of the 10th over for Cricbuzz Combox. We'll give you a little update of what's happening. So if you are busy studying for exams or, there's life, then just put your notifications on the Cricbuzz app and we got you covered. Halfway mark, we got you covered. Big thank you to Harsha Bhogle and Bhattacharjya. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Thank you. I'm Gaurav Kapur. We're going to be here all through this tournament. So you're going to be here with us. You'll join us on the next show. I'm quite positive about that, so I don't have to ask you to do that. I do? Please, Ajana. Incentive-based program. Okay? Thanks. Bye.
Jaipur via Kota.
कृपया ध्यान आपो अहमदाबाद
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत.
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವವರೆಗೆ
Hyderabad Superfast Express পরবর্তী স্টেশন নেতাজি ভবন।